Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. The Irish Spaghetti Podcast. Like and subscribe. Please enjoy the show.
Born for greatness, but separated by birth, they have found each other once more. They will hunt, tracking game like a Cherokee Indian. No girls allowed. A complete rebuke of the feminine man paradigm. With great penis comes great responsibility. Look out, world. Real men are back. Total badasses. There will be guns. There will be violence. Step aside, John Wick. On December 7th, get ready for Irish Spaghetti. Eat shit and die.
Yes. Oh, wait, I'm screaming.
I'm gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck.
Am I fucking this up?
No. I can cut anything, dude. This is all gonna be gold.
You could cancel me out in the background anyway, right? Okay.
This is fucking hilarious, man. Oh my god.
Blue for two. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Irish Spaghetti Podcast. We're your hosts, Billy G, Nikki P. Nick, how are ya?
Very well, my friend. As always, happy to be back.
Come on, baby.
Wow.
That's it, man.
33.
Yeah, 33, baby.
We're plowing through them.
Angel numbers, right? Like the
I don't
4,
fucking
4,
know.
4,
Is that a
3.
I don't know what that means.
Listen, I don't fucking know.
I'm going to learn about it. Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah.
There could be.
I mean, it's kind of like astrology if you believe in that shit. I just hate how, like, somebody could have such an awful quality and go, I'm such a Virgo.
I've just never
It's like,
seen,
what?
I've never seen anyone who became wildly successful that was like, yeah, it's due to my knowledge of astrology.
Yeah, yeah.
It's never been like the hinge factor that made you successful.
And not only that, you're telling me that some fisherman in Cambodia that's born on July 15th, 1988, like you're telling me that me and this guy are just so much alike. You know what I mean?
Like if only he was a Virgo.
Exactly.
He'd have
Yeah.
made it. That poor Capricorn bastard.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I think my levels are a little
Those Scorpios can't get a break, can they?
That's good. Yes.
Is that good?
Okay, yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah. I just heard when the gain is up super high.
Yeah, I was going to hear that too, man.
So what do we have on the docket today? Guys, we're going to do a short one, about 45 minutes, just a little filler episode. Also, we're testing a new theory out, so we're trying different ways to do the show.
We were thinking energy plus time plus good stories. Like, you know what I mean? Like, isn't that what we're going for?
What
Right?
is this fucking nerd equation that you're giving me? This Melvin shit.
You know what I mean? But you said you wanted to like we start slowing down right around that 45 mark.
Well,
you know
the
what I
thing to
mean?
me is it's like, we talked about this on a couple of episodes back, honestly. If you're a new viewer and you see like an hour and 20-minute episode, you might not want to commit to that, even though you could skip around and just go to any topic, but you see that and you're like, oh, I can't finish all that. But if it's like 45, you might be more inclined to just click it.
Yeah.
So we're going to do one short one long one twice a week.
Boom. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's great. So let's jump in, man. What do we got on the
Alright.
docket?
We gotta get to this. Yeah, we got 45
We're all
minutes.
fast now.
Yeah.
Like, so Judge, I just anything a lot. Start doing
Yeah.
the fucking auctioneer.
Yeah. All right, man. So I'll tell you what, dude. The first story that we want to get to, the first official story, because we got a couple things that we're going to talk about there, but the first official story, we got Francis Ngannou is going to be signing with the PFL. Listen, UFC offered him $8 million for a 3-fight year or a free 3-fight deal. He's getting $2 million a fight. His opponents are get a minimum of $1 million. I mean, great, sure, but I mean, was that much more than what he was going to make in the UFC?
I doubt
don't-
it.
you
But on
know.
the same token, he was negotiating for such a high price and no one wanted to take him. So it's probably the best deal he can get now. And if he says no to this, he'll probably get nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, so
Dude,
it's like this is like a make or break deal for him. And it's also still a good deal. You're making millions of dollars, man.
Yeah, but this is why he didn't say no to the UFC. He wanted $100 million from them, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Yeah, no, that's never gonna happen."
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what kills me too, is that the internet's so smug and up its own ass. I was watching this guy today and go, yeah, everybody was coming out the woodwork saying, you know, Francis shot himself in the foot. Francis shot himself. You guys should do better. You guys should look into this thing. First of all, his deal's no better than what UFC was offering him. Second of all, when I first saw the story, it's like, Francis Ngannou signs for a huge MMA deal. I'm like, dude, what
Right.
did he get? Like, it's like Crowder numbers, right? I'm like, oh my God, he must have got like, you know, at least 70 or upwards of 100 million. Like this has to be. And then I see 2 million a fight, and I'm like, wait, I mean, okay.
That's like the standard deal.
Yeah.
But you know what was weird is like when he first said no and kind of became his own unlicensed free agent and all that stuff, everyone was like, good for you, Francis. You should know your worth.
Yeah.
Fighter pays ridiculous. Good on you for taking a stand. 6 months later, when he can't get a deal, they're like, he's pricing himself out.
Yeah.
He's asking for too much money. He's being ridiculous. He's not easy to negotiate with. It's like, dude, the very thing that you praised him for, not 6 months ago, you're turning on him because it didn't work out.
Of course
but
not.
I do believe with the second argument, I do believe he asked for too much. He did price himself out and things like that.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, dude, you don't have all the leverage when you have John Jones moving up to heavyweight. We care way more about John Jones than we'll ever care
he's
about
literally
Francis
a
Ngannou,
bigger
dude.
draw.
Yeah.
He's literally a bigger draw.
I also think he would eat Francis alive.
Oh, you do. And you know what? We know it. That's one thing that we know. John Jones would kill Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
That his power is kind of what he's been like running on, right? And
Pretty much.
And it's the skill's always gonna win in that regard. No,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, for someone like John Jones who
for
knows
so-
how to use
so
it.
highly skilled,
Yeah.
and also like a total total monster when it comes to hitting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought, I don't know, man. I think they totally like, oh, see, he showed you all. No, he didn't.
Dude, you're
Great.
not gonna Frankenstein walk John Jones down and clip him with a big shot.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
No,
He's too
no.
crafty.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like kind of Francis like relied. He's such a big guy, so that he could like take a lot of damage too. Go ahead, I dare you to try to take
But he
damage
can't
from John.
wrestle.
No, not at all.
And John Jones is gonna double leg that fool, toss him on his head, and just beat him up on the ground. I bet you anything.
Yes, and one thing that we knew is like every time that you saw Francis like going up against a guy, you're like, dude, that guy's giant. What a giant.
I like Francis
We saw
too,
a picture
but-
of John standing next to Francis.
Yeah.
And isn't he the much bigger man?
No. Francis is bigger.
I could have sworn, dude, he came and seen him in the gym.
But he's
and
not
when he
like-
got down,
he doesn't
and they
dwarf
looked,
him.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
at
not-
all.
not at all.
I thought John
No.
looked bigger than him.
No, but like we talked about before, John Jones was always a massive light heavyweight
Yeah.
too. He was a monster in there.
Oh my
He
God,
looked
he's
great.
not even a heavyweight.
No, he is now.
Oh,
No,
okay,
he just
I
beat-
was
he
gonna
just
say
beat
that's
Cyril Gane.
insane.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
beat Cyril Gane, that was heavyweight.
Yeah,
but,
okay.
But even then, like when he was standing next to Cyril Gane, he wasn't like this tiny guy who
No,
moved up at all.
no,
he
no.
belongs there.
Yeah.
He belongs there.
That's insane,
Yeah.
man. A little more fight talk, just because we got to cover it. So you got KSI. He got I mean, listen, it's a W.
Fucking
he
laugh.
was
As soon as you say his name, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
dude, and he was laughing like that on the internet too. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, he did good. I don't think he looked like a real boxer. I think he looked like he could fight. I
Yeah,
know
he's
it's
decent.
it was definitely decent. I think if he honed his skills, he'd be a little bit better.
He's got
This is also
gifts.
the YouTube circuit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I was ruled a no contest. He was whipping ass before the that elbow beat
Mm-hmm.
there. So if Joe Porter is proud at all of any of that, it's don't you hate that?
No, dude. Right
Yeah.
before he got knocked out with the elbow, he took a overhand right from the heavens.
Yeah.
Like, he got blasted, and you could tell when that punch landed. If you watch it back, you could see on Joe Fournier's face,
Yeah.
he was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
Like he took that hit and he just like clammed up, dude. It was bad.
Dude, like a couple
literally was
rounds
like,
in, he had that
"Swat."
look. You saw Joe, and he kept kind of like, he was kind of kneeled down, like kind of crutching in, just trying to make the fight kind of
Yeah.
go over with. He was outgunned. There's it. You
Yeah.
know, what are you gonna do?
You got to give this to KSI. He's got good legs.
Sure.
He's athletic. He's quick. He's bouncy. He gets in and out real fast. But the problem with him is like he doesn't really set up off the jab or like the right combinations. He looks for like one big punch. But he's decent, man.
Who's a better
He's
fighter,
decent.
him or Jake Paul?
I got my money on Jake Paul. But
Definitely,
but I
right?
wouldn't be surprised if KSI gave him trouble. He's
Yeah.
long. He's
so he
rangy.
can't. He's not just gonna walk through him.
The thing is they're like, all right, so if you just look at him on paper, I would say Jake Paul, but it matters on your fight plan and how you fight too. If Jake Paul comes in with the correct fight plan, he should mop up KSI.
You know what's weird though? Experts got KSI beating Tommy Fury, which I'm like, huh?
I doubt that. I sincerely
Huh?
doubt that. Nah.
Why do they
No.
keep underestimating this dude? I don't understand. He's had the mitts on since he was this little kid. His family just
I'm not the biggest Tommy Fury fan,
No,
but
I
he does
hate the guy.
have some ability. He's not like a complete bum or
dude. If
he's
your
not a
last
walkover.
but your last name's Fury,
Yeah.
and you're in it, you're gonna know something whether you like him or not.
He's definitely more highly skilled than all the YouTube guys.
Yeah, no
but
doubt.
I honestly thought Jake Paul was going to beat him. And not for nothing,
Me
it
too.
was a close fight, and Jake could beat him. Again, with the right game plan and the right conditioning. That's the key. You can't go in there and gas out after 4 rounds and then have no answer. And then just look for one
Was
big
that the
punch.
problem?
Yeah, man.
Was he winning the earlier rounds?
He was putting up a good fight. He hit him with some real hard shots, but Tommy Fury didn't knock him out. He
Yeah.
won on points. It was a hard fight for him. It was a split decision,
Yeah.
for God's sakes.
And then Tommy Fury.
He's crying. I'm not even going to celebrate when I win.
Yes.
I'm supposed to win. Everyone knows I'm supposed to come and walk through you. He's like, you should have been fighting old man. He's like, I'm not even going to like bat an eye when I beat you. He's like, oh my God, this is the greatest
Dude, and not
thing
only that,
of
if he
my
would have
life.
known,
It was
the outcome,
so embarrassing.
would he have taken both purses that night? Remember, Jake Paul's like, sign the deal right now. You take everything. You take mine. I take
100%.
yours. Yeah.
Dude,
God.
the response, the emotional response that he had after he won that fight, where he broke
Showed
out into tears,
everything.
tells you literally everything. If you just walk through a guy that you know you're going to kick the shit out of, you're not going to celebrate like that at all.
Yeah,
You're
no.
not.
And you know what?
You're not.
And pride was a big thing too, because Jake was talking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
too. He was talking a lot of shit.
He was crying. Tommy Fury was crying.
His dad,
We're a little-
Big John Fury, and is that good?
Yeah, we're just a little choppy today.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Big John Fury and Tyson Fury are both like, if Tommy doesn't win, then he might as well not even come home.
Dude,
And
there
it's
was,
like,
there was
dude,
so much
yeah,
pressure.
Yes, dude.
And
that's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
genuine, valid pressure. You could just tell Tommy Fury he cried. He cried.
That's a tough family to be in, man.
Dude, you cry like that when you win the title for the very first time. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
you beat like a legend.
Yeah.
That's when you cry like
Like
that.
Michael Jordan, his first NBA championship, when you seen him in the locker room
Yeah.
holding it and you just wailing and stuff
Yes.
like that. That's literally the level that he was on.
Yes,
It was
not
so
when you
silly.
not when you beat a YouTube boxer that wasn't even ranked professionally and never fought a boxer in his life before you.
They broke.
You don't cry over that.
It's crazy. The YouTube circuit, though, 300,000 pay-per-views. That's what KSI broke. That's the
Really?
top.
That's astonishing.
300,000. I know those guys get a piece of that too.
I gotta be honest, it was fun for a little while, but I kind of don't give a shit anymore.
For what? The YouTube guys?
Yeah, you're forcing it at this
It's celebrity
point.
boxing.
The only reason why that I watch the Jake Paul fights is because he progressively gets better.
Yes.
He's taking much better challenges. But like we said,
So does KSI though.
I don't
That's
know.
what's
Yeah,
happening.
but he's never been in there like with the likes of
No.
of Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
47-year-old Anderson Silva.
Still a beast.
Yeah.
Still a beast. He
what's it-
barely lost that fight too. He's still much better than all the guys that KSI's ever fought.
Ben Askren.
Ben Askren was a joke. That shit
Yeah.
was so much fun. Watching him get his head knocked off
Yeah,
with his
I hate-
cotton candy hair.
I hate Ben Askren. I hate Ben Askren.
I love hate him. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm very like
Did
divided
you see that
with him.
shit he put on the internet?
No.
Dude, he goes on the internet and it's like, listen, man, I even agree. He went on there and he shows this picture of him, his wife, and his daughter, right? And he says, dude, word for word, he goes, I don't have the prettiest wife, but she's loyal.
Oh my God.
Dude,
Are you serious?
People in the comment section were like, the last words of this man and stuff like that. It's like, hey man, you know what? Being real, and dude, there's nothing wrong with her. Dude, she's a
that
cute
is
girl.
so disrespectful
She's a cute
to your
girl
wife.
too, dude.
You
Yeah,
never
it's
do
like,
that.
It's like, hey, dude, this girl puts up with all your dumb shit, and you go on there, and she went and defend herself. But it's like, dude, it's like, what a shitty thing to say.
That is the meanest comment ever. She literally stood by you when you got slapped up by Jake Paul in
yeah,
front of the entire
dude, she
world.
had your kid, dude. This is your queen. You
And by the
treat
way,
her as
Ben,
such.
you're
And
not
I'm
a looker.
Simpy like that. I'm just telling you, yeah.
dad bod motherfucker.
Exactly. But you would say some shit like that to a bunch of no-face people on Twitter. You talk that shit. I just thought that was
mean.
Yeah. And
that's deplorable.
Dude, and we're not pearl clutchers. Like, how dare that shit is messed up. I thought that was rotten.
And for no reason. Why would you do that?
Dude, for no reason. Nobody asked him. Yeah.
If you're my girl, I do nothing but talk you up.
Exactly.
That's all I do.
Dude, you come up together.
That's it.
You hype each other up and that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I will show you that tweet up there. I thought it was awful. I thought it was vicious. It's like, dude, first of all, your career, there's nowhere else for Ben Askren to go. Okay?
It's not like he's a pimp.
If he fights now, I'm talking about career-wise too. If he fights now, it's like, okay, listen, you're like the third, fourth fight of the night. You know,
nobody will watch.
You're a name, but you know you're going to be on the card, but you're not getting the championship. You're not doing anything special or anything like that. I mean, was he ever Mr. like, holy shit, this guy's got it?
His wrestling, but just his wrestling.
Yeah,
like if you watch the Robbie Lawler fight, he would like got his ass beat and then submitted him. But it was just the wrestling. He was just a really good wrestler, man, and he was way past his prime. But apparently, he was like a prodigy of wrestling.
Did he always have the dad bod?
Yeah, basically. He was always deceptively strong, but he was never like kind of like Tyson Fury. He's just not a looker in that way. Like he's never gonna have that beautiful body.
Looker?
Yeah, he's not a looker.
There's not being a looker, and then there's looking like Tyson Fury.
I love Tyson Fury, dude.
He's fucking man alive,
the best.
Man.
He's
dude,
the greatest.
His body, you sit there and watch Deontay Wilder, who's literally shaped like an action figure, and then you see him just getting pieced up by this weird fisherman. He's just
He's a fisherman.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so freaking bad, dude. I've never seen a more ugly body on a man than Tyson Fury. And then so much skill. It's the weirdest thing, dude.
Not just so much skill. He's the greatest heavyweight boxer that's ever walked the face of the earth. I believe that. I don't think that there's anyone that could beat him.
Honestly, I'm telling you right now, when he was a soul just floating around, and God's like, "Look, here's what I got for you. That's your vessel." But you can be the world heavyweight champion and one of the greatest that ever lived. And the little like soul was flying around him because, okay. And then you just sent him down. And then even worse, then your brother becomes out a model.
A Greek god, basically. God. You gotta hand it to him.
These dark, beautiful features that, oh my God.
What's his half brother? Let's be clear.
Oh, okay. So Big John got around.
Yeah.
Big John didn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Tyson Fury is the living definition of don't judge a book by its cover.
Yes. Especially that book.
Every time he hits you with the right hook, you also get a titty to the jaw at the
yeah,
same time.
Just smacking you over.
He's like, why am I getting hit 3 times with a 2-hand combo? Just fucking tick comes across.
Dude,
but he's so dope, man.
So
I love Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
The Gypsy King.
Mike Tyson, looking back at him and like looking at his body and the way he looked, and he just looked like that pit bull. He was like, out of all the fighters that ever lived, if we're talking about just like aesthetic alone, Mike Tyson was like the dopest looking boxer.
By far one of them. Another one that
he had that cut in his hair, like that 90s cut with the flat top. Oh,
also, he had that thick neck and those giant legs that most boxers didn't have.
Yes.
It was absurd to look at that guy. It was literally absurd.
How thick was his neck? Like when he would get a suit, he'd have to have
measured it.
Yeah.
I'm don't quote me on this. It was something like 14 inches. It was outrageous. His neck is as big as my arm.
Yeah,
it's crazy,
dude. And he'd use it too, man. That peekaboo style, and he'd come up, dude, and it was just nuts.
Dude, when he was training and he was doing those neck rolls, where he would lean back and just roll his neck.
I watched footage from that literally just the other day.
Crazy.
He'd lay a towel on the ground, he'd bend his neck back, and he would
roll
just
it
sit
all
there
over
and
the
roll
place.
it.
His neck had abs.
Yeah,
it was absurd.
And you know what's funny, man, is I don't know if that's actual equipment or if Floyd like just kind of like threw some chains on and made that.
No, that's real equipment.
That neck thing, that's always been around. Like that was a thing.
It hasn't always been around.
Because I remember 20 because was it HBO 24/7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when that aired, HBO 24/7. I was going to LVAC at the time. That episode aired of Floyd doing the thing, and it was like slow motion, and the rap music was going.
Monster.
And Floyd's going. I went to LVAC the following day, and I shit you not, there's 5 dudes with like brand new leather belt, and they're all doing the neck. I swear to God. I swear to God.
You getting ready for your next fight?
Yeah,
championship fight? Is that what you're doing?
And the voice gets high. Getting ready for your next
do the Stewie?
Yeah.
Maybe work on my novel? A little character development?
Oh my God,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Isn't that funny though? That's like how you know what, if you want to talk about trendy, one of the trendiest things that I ever did is I saw a guy in the gym with the shoes where they show your toes.
Oh, ew.
And I went and bought them.
Ew.
I know. I was like being barefoot at the gym and I was walking around all proud of myself.
The
dude.
toe shoes?
Dude,
I hate those.
Dude, and I swear to God, I saw this couple and I'm like lifting something and they said, I seen the guy's hand like this, right? And I was in there and I never wore them back. I never wore them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Listen, hey man, I do stupid shit like the next person, but I'll learn from it. Yeah, you got
Billy's
it.
in the gym with his foot up, with the shoes on, and,
Yeah.
and you're just painting the toenails on the shoe.
I'm gonna go yellow today. Dude, even worse, I'm not a runner. Dude, I know it. Even worse,
hilarious.
I'm not a runner, so I'm barefoot doing the stairs. So I'm just walking upstairs
Just all
barefoot.
toes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
disgusting.
That was really stupid, man. But trendy things, they catch fire, man. I saw every single dude in there doing that stupid neck thing. Dude.
I'm not
You know
gonna
what
lie,
I mean?
it's a great workout,
Sure,
but it's like,
dude, if
why
you're
are
gonna
you
get
doing
punched,
it?
Yeah, you know, there's not really a whole lot of like it's not gonna make you look.
You don't need
different.
neck strength
Yeah.
if you're a regular person. Can you turn?
Yeah.
Does your head get fatigued in the middle of the day? Does it just start rolling around because your neck's not strong enough?
You got like an infant neck, like your head's just like this.
Yes.
yeah. If that was gonna happen, sure, use
Strengthen
one,
it up a
yeah.
bit, but outside of that,
But Floyd getting punched in the mouth, dude, and the head, anything like that, and his head stands straight. That's because of that, right? Like it's strengthens like the.
well, you actually don't want to tense up when you take a hit. You want to cradle it and roll. It's called rolling a punch.
Yeah, just like
But still, if your
car accident.
if your neck is stronger, you're not going to get that whiplash. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's going to be less bounce back, if you will. Like Oscar De La Hoya, they were asking him like, how did you never get knocked out? What was your secret? Because he could take a punch.
Yeah,
And he goes,
could.
man, he's like, I would see it coming, and I would bite down on my mouthpiece so hard. He's like, I actually would bite through the mouthpiece sometimes.
Yeah.
But you got to because you don't want to have your jaw loose because it'll rattle, and that's how you get your jaw broke.
Yeah.
So you want to have it tight, but you don't want to have your neck tight because then it's like, you understand, right? If your neck is tight and I slam into it, you're gonna snap
Dude,
that shit.
your skull's sitting still and your brain just like bing, bing,
All right,
bing,
so
bing, bing. Yeah.
It's literally the scene from Mighty Ducks where he's shooting the eggs and they have to cradle it so the eggs don't break.
Yeah.
Imagine that's a punch and the hockey stick is your face. Just roll with it. Take some of the sting off of it, man.
Dude, honestly, best movie coach, Coach Gordon Bombay. I mean, for real, dude. Emilio! Coach Gordon Bombay was like, when he actually started respecting himself and those kids, I just thought he was
That
dope.
was a great movie
Like
through
his
and through.
knowledge and
Yes,
stuff. Like
he was
like
good.
you said with the eggs and
And then you
stuff
see
like
him skating. He's like,
And he's like,
he's badass.
and he's like quack.
dude,
quack.
ducks
Quack.
fly together.
Quack. Yeah, dude, and he got all those kids hyped up. You're like, dude, this is literally the greatest movie coach ever.
When he bought him the gear, he got him the jerseys and everything like that. What a
Yeah.
great movie, dude.
Denzel in We Are the Titans. We are, you know what I mean?
You're gonna get mad.
So dope.
Never seen it. I've never seen Remember the Titans. Never seen it.
Dude.
Nope.
Dude.
Or Any Given Sunday.
Oh.
Never seen it.
Listen, being real, I'm not even messing with you.
I'm a Pacino fan.
Take it or leave it.
Really?
Really.
Any Given Sunday? One of the most
Really.
quoted movies of all time?
Dude, quoted, sure, but I mean, was it like one of the greatest movies ever?
Never seen it.
No.
Don't know.
No, it wasn't. I'm telling you, it wasn't.
But
Dude, honestly, watching Al Pacino walk up to Jamie Foxx and he's like, pretend you're in the hood and your mom's calling for you to come into supper and you're still playing because he was like nervous and stuff like that. Honestly,
he's like, I don't have to pretend, Al.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah.
asshole.
Dude, it was the
You
stupidest thing.
complete asshole.
I'm telling you, take it or leave it. Remember the Titans? This kid walks up to Denzel, right? And he's like, listen, brother, and like he does that, you know. He's like, brother, and he's like going, and he just talks a bunch of shit to him, dude. It was so good. Basically, he let him know, and then he made them like all the whites and the blacks. They like slept in different cabinets, and he all the parents are there, and they like they're sitting next to all the whites sat with the whites, and all the blacks sat with the blacks, and he's like, get the fuck off this bus, and he makes everybody gets off the bus, and he assigns them black guy, white guy, black guy, white guy.
That's
so
smart.
Everybody's
That
got to
makes
sit
sense.
together. I'm telling you, it was so good, man.
I'm gonna watch it.
So freaking
But
good.
you know what I did make good on? I did watch
Interstellar,
I watched
baby.
Interstellar.
Yes.
I said I was going to watch it on the
Yes,
last
he
episode.
did.
I went
Yes, he
ahead
did.
and gave it a look. Boy, what a movie. A phenomenal movie. Yeah, you could argue like there's holes because it's like time related and you could say this or that and like the physics aren't perfect, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character in the entire movie. For those of you that have not seen it, I suggest that you skip ahead on this part. But basically, they go to different planets to see if they're habitable because Earth is dying and we can't grow food anymore. So they have this expedition and there's like 3 different planets after this black hole. And one of them was the planet that Matt Damon's character had landed on before their expedition. So he was sending signals out saying that, yeah, it's habitable, like come here, the data's good, blah, blah, blah. So they get to the planet. They realize that Matt Damon was lying. He was stranded out there and he fabricated the data so people will come and rescue him.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, he had space madness. So he was alone for so many years that he lost his mind. So when they wake him from cryo sleep, he's fucking crazy, but they don't know it yet. So he's like talking all this shit like, oh yeah, we can go here and the planet's habitable, blah, blah, blah. But his plan is to kill Matthew McConaughey's character and commandeer their ship so they can go to another planet and basically start like the test tube baby farm or blah, blah. The point is that as he's walking him to the station, Matthew McConaughey doesn't know that he's crazy yet. And you could see like the music starts to change and he starts rambling and monologuing and it just gets a little bit weird and you're like, you know, something's up. And then he goes, he pushes Matthew McConaughey down an ice cliff casually, by the way.
Super casually.
Yeah,
It's the best part about it.
The way that he's attacking him, it wasn't like this violent, like, I'm going to murder you. It, like the whole time he was apologizing to him.
Yeah, he's like, sorry.
And like building him up. And he's just like, I know you love your kids. And he's like, so Matthew McConaughey's holding onto the side of the ledge, right? And Matt Damon starts crawling down backwards. He has these like spikes on his boots, like catching to the side of the wall. And you just see his leg come down. It's Matthew McConaughey's hand. And he just goes, I'm sorry. And starts kicking his hand repeatedly. They slide down. They wrestle a little bit. And then McConaughey's trying to calm him down. He's like, hey, he's like, stop it. Just leave me alone. And then Matthew McConaughey,
yes.
Matthew, yeah. So he like kind of pretends to calm down, and then he just starts walking towards Matthew.
Like he's gonna logically talk about it.
Like not, and McConaughey's guard's not even up, and he's just like, yes. And then when they get close, he's just like, and rolls on him again. And you just see it, at this point, you see it in his eyes. He's just like, just nuts as shit. The whole time, everything he was saying was making me laugh, man. It was hysterical.
Stir crazy,
when he's
right?
headbutting him in the face. Yeah.
Stir crazy, right? Like that's when you're alone too long, like on a stranded island or something like that.
Because the first thing he says, he was like, I pray that you never know like how good it is to see another human's face or some line like this. Yeah. And he's crying. He was hugging him and crying.
Dude.
And you could tell that he wasn't just like this bad person. Like he was literally space crazy.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's
It's hysterical.
You know what's so funny though, dude? Is that think about this, okay? All right. Listen, you press the button and you're like, okay, I gotta back this up, right? And so you put up a bunch of bullshit numbers in the computer, right? And then you're like, all right, well, I guess all I do now is wait, right? And then you do the cryo sleep, right? And then all of a sudden, right, you're sitting there and this is this blank nothing, right? And like all of a sudden you open your eyes and there's a bunch of people standing around you, and your first thought is like, all right, I better start bullshitting because like this is real now. And he does such a good job. He's like, our planet is cold. Dude, I mean, he's just lying about everything.
He was thinking about that conversation for like 50 years.
Dude,
I'm sure he had it all dialed in, man, because he was convincing.
Yes.
But the best is Matthew McConaughey wrestles on top of him, and he's holding his arms down on top of Matt Damon. And he's still trying to like reason with him and calm him down. And so they're like face to face in their helmets, and they need the helmets and everything because it's not habitable, the planet. And Matt Damon is underneath. And he just starts headbutting him. So he starts headbutting his screen. And he's like, whoa. He's like, there's a 50-50 chance that you're going to kill yourself. And there's just a brief pause. He's like, those are the best odds I've had in years. And then just headbutting him again. Just casually.
Oh, that was so freaking good.
Matt Damon
man.
kills, man. So the next one I'm going to watch is The Martian. Also Matt Damon.
Yes.
I'm on a space craze.
No, but it's wonderful, man.
But Interstellar
really
was phenomenal.
Yeah.
One of the best scenes in the movie is when they're on the water planet. He's just like, those aren't mountains. And you just see the giant tsunami. It's like a 1,000-foot tsunami wave. Terrifying. Terrifying.
You know what another good scene was? Is so they do video messages, but obviously it's like, so the whole relevance of time or whatever, you know what I mean? So like,
time
you know,
dilation and all that shit.
So like the years are flying by on Earth.
Well, on that planet, I think it was like
every hour was 10 years.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So like someone put in the comments on one of the videos I was watching that the musical score, Hans Zimmer, when they're on the planet where the time dilation is happening, every click in the song is supposed to represent a day. So in the background you hear like click, 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 and it's supposed to be like a day each time it clicks.
He thinks like that, dude.
I'm not sure if that's true. Just someone wrote that in the comments. I'm gonna look it up. It probably is because they're all brilliant. But
Inception. Remember that? Boom.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was the song in slow motion. Or sped it up or whatever.
Are you serious?
So
shit.
So it's like boom. It was that song.
And they probably slowed it down to the amount of time. That makes sense.
Dude,
That's
Hans Zimmer's
brilliant.
a genius.
Hans Zimmer rules.
Like, what an Easter egg laying.
What a composer.
Yeah, for real, dude.
He crushes.
Real.
And he just
really
doesn't run out of
man.
brilliance, man. That guy's amazing.
You know what's funny?
Interstellar, though, check it out.
No, but you do what I do. Like, if I see a good movie,
I want to learn about it.
I want to learn about it.
Yep.
I start watching like
I watch the behind the scenes, how it's made.
How you want to see how the burger's made, you know what I mean, so to speak, stuff like that. You start watching like cast interviews and like funny stories about it, and like something like why they did this or why they put this in there. Like, I'm gonna jump all over it.
It's
like,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yep.
I think it's funny. I don't see how people don't like kind of like take an interest in something and like want to, you know what I mean?
But we're movie buffs.
Yeah.
There's
like,
those
really
who care
wanna
and
know.
those who don't,
Yeah.
and nobody else in between.
Exactly.
I'm a movie buff. I've always every one of my favorite movies. I always buy the DVD or the Blu-rays with the special features.
Yeah.
I watch all of it.
Yeah.
Like it's just the best, man. Like
I forgot what it was, but that I would say for the last episode, I got so much shit for that show. I never watched the final episode. Of Last of Us. Remember, I was doing reviews and stuff like that. Look, man,
I never watched it at all yet.
I can't do it anymore. Like, if I get the slightest like inclination that like it's kind of like how new movies are being made, I don't want to always go go broke. I don't want to.
No, I tap out immediately.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to waste my time with it. You know, I get
that little twinge of rage, and I'm like, it's not important. I'll just watch something from 2001.
It's fine. We'll just go back.
There's a lot. Like, I haven't seen Any Given Sunday. I'll watch that.
Hey, man,
I haven't seen.
You know what though? You know how you say that? There's always people bitching about like poking holes in like time movies, like Back to the Future and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing: nobody understands.
Exactly.
There's not a person on earth that's like, no, this is really how it works.
Yeah, and not only that, like you expect the writers to make so much sense of everything. It's like, no, this fits better.
It's good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great movie. It's
like
a
the
great
kids
movie.
disappearing in Back to the Future. Like he sees him, like, oh no. You know,
yeah. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
The best time movie of all time.
It really is, dude.
I love Hot Tub Time Machine. That movie's hysterical. I like underrated.
You know what's funny is like I love John Cusack as an actor. But God, that guy's such a monumental piece of shit.
I know, but he's one of my favorites.
Yes. Why is he so good?
Gross Point Blank rules. Have you seen it?
Kidding me? The skiing movie?
No. That's you're talking about Point Break.
No. I'm talking about the skiing movie, like when he was a kid. But what's Gross
Point Blank is a movie where he's a hitman and his sister's
in
it.
No,
with Dan Aykroyd.
Told me about it. That's on my list. That's on my list.
I've watched like 4 of the ones you've recommended
Ari Goldman.
Yes. Jeremy Piven. He's greatness in it. It's a phenomenal. That movie's a cult classic for a reason.
You need to know that's one of the ones I would watch. But you don't. Like these. I haven't remembered it. I'm telling you.
I'm just gonna turn my back.
No.
Go ahead. No, keep talking.
That's one of the. That's one of the ones we never like hammered it home. That's one of the ones that I would watch.
I just fucking ghost you.
No, you saw. I am instantly watched The Bourne Identity. Right?
Yes, that's the only one I've gotten you to watch.
I would definitely watch that one.
Please watch it.
Yes, that one I would definitely watch. I would no doubt watch that.
Watch it and we'll review it on the next
episode.
Okay,
beautiful. That's my homework. I swear to God, I will do my due diligence on that.
All right, so that's my movie review. Billy has a video game review.
Yes. Okay, so I still have a PS4 because I'm broke. Dude, how do so many people have the PS5?
I have a PS4.
You have a PS4?
Still.
But how wasn't it out for a bunch of years?
It's been out for a couple of years, but it's still expensive. We're on unemployment, man. We don't go back to work till next month. We can't drop $600 on a video game system right now.
I would feel like, dude, sometimes when I use that card for like dumb shit, I kind of feel weird. They see that like lime
You should feel weird.
Dude, if I'm walking in there like, cha-ching on my unemployment card, I don't know. I wouldn't feel right.
You should feel weird.
Yeah, it's like,
I transfer it all over to my regular bank, so it's just always my regular bank card. Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna do that from now on.
Yeah,
dude.
that's the way to
go. How did you
have
do
to
that?
set it up, but what I do is I just go to the bank and withdraw the money and put it into my other account. But you can set it up electronically.
You want to deal with these people as little as possible. Yeah. Like this woman I got on the phone when I was trying to get the insurance too. I gave her everything, dude. I'm like, listen, I'm homeless, sweetheart. I'm like, in my house, just watching TV. I'm like, sweetheart, I'm homeless. What do you want me to do? Like, just tell her I'm living
homeless.
hard.
I have cancer, AIDS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all that. I have scarlet rubella. Look, I'm on a fucking wagon trail.
You got diseases that don't exist anymore.
I have tell them also I have frostbite on both hands, so they'll be off pretty soon here. But it's so silly. But I tried to get the insurance, and she threatened me with everything. She's like, I told her, I'm like, listen, I'm on unemployment right now. I need the insurance. This. And she goes, well, I'll tell you what. She goes, we're gonna get you set up with the insurance. She's like, but we're gonna lower the unemployment. She's like, and then we're gonna get you to where instead of giving you money, we give you a bus pass, and you could go find a job. And I'm like,
wow, thanks. Thanks for that. We have jobs, by the way. Just so you guys know, we have a job. We work in a restaurant, in a casino. Yes. It got shut down to remodel so we could turn it into a Guy Fieri restaurant. Yeah. All we're doing is waiting for it to reopen. It's a really good job. He's been there for like 18 years. Yeah. And they treat you like this. He worked his whole life, and they're going to give you this attitude. I'm not going to. I'm going to go pick up. By the way, they told us that we were going to be open in like 2 months, 3 months, and they keep pushing it back. So every time, like, I've actually looked. What are you going to do? Go to a job and you're going to be like, yeah, I can work for you for 6 weeks. Yeah. You want to hire me and train me and put me through all that, and then I have to quit 2 weeks later? Well, and by the way, is that what you want to do?
And by the way, you go through life and you make connections and you figure out, like, God forbid stuff does hit the fan. If let's say this job didn't just shut down, let's say it like completely closed and it was like, okay, I would go find another job under the Caesars Entertainment umbrella by people I've met. They told us if we got another job within the company, we would completely lose our seniority and our spots at that job. So it's like, okay.
They held a gun to our heads.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we'll see you in a few months, but you're going to have to rough it. Yes. And it was like, all right. And it's like, I'm not going to go to 7-Eleven and work a couple of weeks and make shit money.
Yes.
Listen, I've been at my job long enough where I should make good money. Nothing against working at 7-Eleven. I'm not above it. I'm just saying, if I have a job, why would I take a step back to take a step forward in years from now? It's like, I don't need it.
And also, just for the record, this is completely, we're just ranting about our own personal lives now, but for the record, they didn't tell us that we were closing down until 2 weeks out. It wasn't like we could prepare for it. And like, I would have been safe because they said we were going to close out at the beginning of this year. So I was like, all right, so when it gets to around December-ish, I'm going to start putting my tips away and stashing some cash and getting ready for the shutdown. We walk into the work and they're like, we're going to be closed in 2 weeks. Nah. No time.
Dude, and even worse, we have this corporate guy in a suit giving it to us, and this corporate bastard has the gall to look at all of us in the face and goes, listen, we didn't want to just let you guys know without, a day before, another day. No. He waited till the final day that it was legal to tell us that we were losing our jobs. They waited till the 12th hour or the 11th hour to tell us, listen, no, the 12th hour. If they would have waited another day, it would have been illegal. Yeah. He told us right on the day that they have to let you know.
He's looking at his watch. He's like, and tell him.
And it's time. Yeah. Listen, we wanted to do right by you guys. No. And you know what's so funny, by the way? Everybody knew it was closing. We asked our managers, we're like, because, talk begins to spread. Everybody's like, has something to say about it. Like, are you sure?
Also, there was like 6 closing dates that they pushed back or completely changed. So like at this point, we're like, we would have conversations. We would talk to each other and be like, I don't think it's ever going to close. Yeah. I think they're just lying about the entire thing. Like, that's how vague it got. No bullshit.
And then our boss was laughing. He's like, we're not going anywhere. He's so bad.
He was great though.
Yes. He's like, we're not going anywhere. Yeah. But
make yourself comfortable.
You know what? But yeah, no, I'm not. Why would I go start a new career if I don't plan on staying?
No,
That'd be
absurd.
silly.
Actually, I'm glad we're talking about this because I know a lot of you out there can relate to all this corporate horse shit.
Yeah.
And that's why we started this, is because we've had enough.
Yeah.
Enough fake meetings and your stupid mission values and your dumb meetings that we don't need to hear. Stop changing my schedule all the time and telling me to be here or else. Stop threatening me. Stop paying me just enough money to live check to check. We want to do something else. We're going to bring you quality entertainment. We're going to make it. We're going to take you all with us to the top, baby.
You know what,
to the top.
You know what the worst is, though? Is they always set up, they have an entire division that they pay people hundreds of thousands of dollars at it, right? For their salaries to do nothing. And they come up with these silly little things like the 7 stars have engaged, some, cliche shit like that. And, and then they send us this big booklet of it and we have to learn it or we get in trouble and stuff like that. Let me tell you something.
Nonsense.
If my job wasn't paying me to do it, I'd burn it down with people in it. Did you hear it through the microphone?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Did that.
oh yeah.
I would burn that.
Your voice got creepy too.
It did.
You were like, I would burn it down with
Burn
people.
it down
Balls
with
of
babies,
steel.
balls of Duke Nukem, balls of steel.
I'm gonna rip your head off. and shit down
Yeah.
there.
Listen, I promise you, there's no loyalty there. If this job wasn't paying me, I would do nothing.
It's a good
for it.
job.
Yeah.
And we know everybody, like we're comfortable there. But like, you understand all the corporate horseshit. So that's what's been going on with us.
Yeah.
But how about that video game review, buddy? My friend here is playing Hogwarts.
And another thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
We just turned ranting lunatics.
Dude, when I start ranting, he'll give me the light to move on.
The don't talk Billy light, the Crowder light. I'm like,
Oh man, it's too funny, man. All right, but Hogwarts, okay. This is what I gotta tell you. This is so weird, man. So I'm playing it. First of all, the game's brilliant, absolutely amazing. There's 9 different areas where you could just drink tea. Like that's
why?
how, because it's English, dude. This game is super English, and J.K. Rollins is super English, and Harry Potter is super English, right? So there's little stations where you run by and you grab the tea, and you're just chilling. It's just tea.
Okay.
They drink a shit.
Do you
ton
get
of
like
tea.
powers off it? Does it do anything, or you just have tea?
You just have some tea. It's tea time, man.
Sweet.
And you
Sweet feature.
You want an English breakfast? You have some fucking tea. You know, that's all there is to it. You know, and then
It's not magic tea. Like there's no property.
yeah, and then so you go into this bar to have butter beer, right? Butter beers, and they actually made a real thing about it. Like again, it's like another creation of J.K. Rollins. The kids drink butter beer. There's slight alcohol content to it, but in real life they make a good butter beer. It's a butterscotch flavored beer.
That sounds
It,
amazing.
dude, and they do a great job.
That
with it, too.
sounds
I
so
looked
good.
again. You looked stuff up. You know, it looks delicious, right? Because I was curious if it was real or not, right? They actually put real butter in, butterscotch. It's delicious.
Sounds
Right?
breathtaking.
Yeah. Obviously, it's really sweet. That's why you got them like Austin Power chompers. You know what I mean? But it's again, it's English. But you go and you do this mission, right? And like all of a sudden, like this barmaid walks over and she's really brave, right? She stands up to the bad guy and all his minions, and she's like, takes a big stance, right? And she's sitting there and she looks at them all in the face and she goes, "I don't think you gentlemen have any business being here." And I go, and I got the controller in my hand, right? And I go, "What was that?" Like,
When she talks, the DualShock is vibrating. 'Cause
Yeah,
her voice is so deep.
exactly, dude.
There's so much bass in her voice.
the middle button comes out, and the two little joysticks, they come together, so it just looks. And I'm going, "What is this?"
She's like, I had my wand removed.
"Oh, dude, really?"
Oh
And
my
they
God.
big 9.5
Foreshadowing, guys.
Big 9.5 with unicorn hair. It's gone now. You're like, what the dude? So I'm like listening to it. And I go, they did it. I know they did it. I already knew it was gonna happen because it's in everything now.
They
You
Bud
got
Lighted
a
it.
trans.
They Bud Lighted it
character.
right up.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
You got Dylan Mulvaney in
She's like-
in Wizard World, and you're like, what's going on?
My other wand is a vagina.
Yes, found
Come
it.
on.
Oh, my other wand is a cauldron.
So they added that in
Dude,
for
dude,
good measure.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell
Apparently
you this
the game's
right now.
good, though.
The game is so good. Oh my god, dude, it's so good. You make potions.
That Nimbus
Dude,
cloud.
The world is alive. It's like, you know how like Red Dead Redemption we were talking about, like
God.
how alive the world is. Like you walk around and you're just like kind of like
You're
everything you run
surrounded
to,
by people
with
and
new
animals
things happening
and
there.
plants.
And dude,
It's amazing.
if you don't mess with them, then they continue on doing what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
Same thing.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. It really
I
is.
want to get it.
The fighting's really cool. Like you could tell, like they wanted to make it like really heavy, like real life, blowing things
It
up.
looks
and stuff
dope.
Like that. They made it to where it's still okay if kids play it, but it is meant for adults. And
Okay, good.
It's just
Good.
really good, man. Character creation, it's. I know I'm not giving you much of a review on this, but I just started it. But I could tell you this: it just opened for the PS4, so I definitely wanted to get it. Game's fantastic. So far, I'm like 10 hours into it. Game's fantastic.
I'm gonna get it.
Is, dude. It's really good.
What is it? What is the cost? Is it like $80?
No, but it's 60. But have you noticed
Not
that
bad.
the games went up $10?
Yeah.
I
don't-
want quality.
I was
if
gonna
the
say I
game
don't
goes
mind
up.
paying a
Yeah.
little extra if it's
But it
like
better
Red
be
Dead
great.
Redemption or
Yeah.
Grand Theft, where you get this mega game, but I'm
Yeah.
not paying $80 for every game.
No, dude,
or
that's
even 60 for that
crazy.
fact. $40 is the sweet spot for a regular game.
They
Give
made
me a
you,
break.
They made you. There was some game that just came out, and it was this black chick. She was the protagonist, and like you're running through worlds and stuff like that, and people were pissed that thing was $70. Boy, we're talking about nothing today.
I like this episode. I'm actually having a great
we're
time.
okay.
Dude,
Listen,
I'm having fun.
Dude,
bro.
I'm telling you right now.
This is what people talk about.
Yeah,
It doesn't all have to be a news story.
Exactly.
We're trying to get away from that shit, guys.
Well,
we
no,
like to
man,
have a good time.
We wanted to let you guys know, like, we didn't want anything too heavy. You know what I mean?
We don't force topics either. Like a lot of the channels that he and I watch, like they'll talk about the Bud Light situation 17 times, and every little detail that emerges, they do a new video. We're not clickbaiters. We're not just here just to get views. We actually want to provide real entertainment from our hearts. So if there's nothing going on that interests us, we just don't talk about it.
Exactly. And I'm telling you this right now. Tell me right now. I don't care what you think of the boycott. Tell me right now that you don't open your phone and you couldn't care less about what's new with Bud Light.
We got it. We got the message.
Dude,
you sigh and you roll your eyes and you move on to the next.
To me, the two biggest things were A, how much they lost, B, that the boycott actually worked. Beyond that, I really don't give a shit what they're doing. I don't care. I've always hated, but how about that? I've always boycotted Bud Light. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
just
piss.
like piss. Yeah, it's gross, right?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had my fair share of it at get-togethers and beer pong and stuff
baby.
like that.
That's the only.
That's
good
like your traditional, right?
Yeah, because you could drink
a
a shit ton of it and you don't get hammered right away. That's all.
Yeah. We're at the 40 mark, but we got one more thing to talk about.
Let's do it.
All right. Ben Affleck's miserable.
Oh my God. Yes.
Dude, yeah. Ben Affleck's miserable. And let me tell you something.
Don't go back to your exes ever, famous or not.
Yeah.
Stop.
And the problem is like, dude, that guy has a reputation. Ben Affleck is the man.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
He gets a lot of hate though.
Dude, I'm saying he's the big man on campus.
Is he really?
You never heard that Heidi Fleiss and Gwyneth Paltrow?
No. Oh, he's got a hog.
Dude, he's got a hog.
Oh shit.
Dude, and Gwyneth Paltrow, somebody asked her about it and they're like, tell us what was love like? And they're like, Brad Pitt or Ben Affleck. Cause she dated like the players, right?
Yeah.
She goes, let me tell you something. She goes, sleeping with Brad Pitt was very sensual. She goes, he knew how to like touch a woman's body. She goes, sleeping with Ben Affleck was God.
Oh my God.
She said,
are you serious?
She said he would like fuck her stupid. Like her eyes would roll in the back of her
poltergeist?
head. Yeah. And the dude's pack. First of all, if you're gonna bang Jennifer Lopez, like you better be coming with it, right?
It's just Ben Affleck with this giant wang, dude.
Dude,
and the Batman mask on, just his bat cock. He just comes in just giving people COVID with that bat dick.
And Jennifer Lopez opens that little Latin snatch of hers, and the light shines on the ceiling. Dude, the light shines on the ceiling.
It comes out.
The bat symbol, but it's just a big wang hanging off the bat.
Oh my God.
Dude.
He's wearing a cape. Oh my God,
dude! And then hits her with the Adam West. He's like, something smells fishy in here. Right? Like just goes that
there's
town
a Riddler
on her.
joke. There's like a Riddler.
Dude, and I just want to and I just want to let you guys know this is the same girl that slept with Wesley Snipes and Puff Daddy.
She came back.
I don't know. I don't know why I had to bring race into it.
Here's the thing. No, because black guys have huge dicks and they still prefer Ben Affleck. That's why.
Dude, and also Puff Daddy is known to get around. Like,
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean? Like,
Ben
he's
Affleck,
the man too.
He has an anomaly for a cack.
Yeah.
That's all. So, all right, so in this video we're about to play, the entire state of their relationship is in his body language.
Oh my
and
God, I
his
forgot
face.
about the video.
Yeah, we have a video. You guys may or may not have seen it, but literally just look at his expression, look at his face. This man is completely miserable. He has like 2 weeks before I murder this bitch.
Yes.
Face. You know what I'm talking about?
But why do they put themselves through this? He can have this amazing life with any girl that's not famous.
Batman.
And he goes to Jennifer Lopez.
Batman.
Ugh.
This is how you know you're about to get murdered if you're a woman. If randomly he comes home with cruise tickets.
Yeah.
If he's like, hey, we're going on a cruise next week.
Or hiking. Like he wants to go hiking. Like this dude gets off a set and wants to go hiking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Check out the dolphin. So let's see. So this is Ben Affleck.
Dude, being that it's Matt Damon and he just interstellars her.
He has the space crazy eyes.
Together, yeah. Dude, and it's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Dude, I just put that together.
He just comes out.
And Jennifer Lopez is like, oh, please, Matt, don't do this to me. And he's like, yes, Yes. He just guts her.
I don't know why they called her a fly girl because she sank like a stone.
Boom.
He's all jovial about it.
That'd be too funny,
So
man.
check this video out and watch Ben Affleck's poor, miserable face.
Exactly. This guy couldn't be more, but we don't understand why.
You know,
Why get married at all?
No, it's stupid.
Yeah.
You know, he's just driving home, just like, oh.
He just starts crying in the car.
All right, so even before we begin, you can see on his face.
Look at his face, okay?
All right, so and he still is a gentleman, man, even though. All right,
One
ready?
of the luckiest men on the planet, by the way.
I'm
Watch
gonna
his
roll
face.
it twice.
Yes. And she forces him to drink
He walks like a cowboy because he's got that hammer between his legs. The disdainful,
Dude,
like,
he's like, fuck you.
it was all wrist at the end. He's like,
Look at his face. Look.
Have a good day.
first he's like, yeah, but you know, he was pissed at first and then he changed it, which I do
Dude,
appreciate.
yeah.
It's like, dude, like this is not gonna videotape.
And you guys are gonna take this bitch home? I don't think so. Okay, here we go. It's all in the wrist. Watch how he shuts the
He
hand.
throws it.
Watch his hand. Watch.
He doesn't slam it, but he does throw it.
Fuck.
Get in there, you twat.
Here's your open.
Oh my god. And he's the fucking best.
This is the same guy that tipped a poker dealer a good tip.
I know this story.
Yeah, and
'Cause
Jennifer
dude,
Lopez takes the tip off the table.
This story is famous in the dealing community. Literally, like she goes, "No, you're giving him too much," and takes the money back. Because Ben Affleck is a really nice guy in real life.
Yes.
Every time he gambles, he's a super chill dude, very respectful, tips very well, just in a good mood, doesn't put his shit on other people. And she's there behind him, taking money off the table from the dealers that he gave them. It's so disgusting. What, do you need it?
Yeah.
Do you need it, sweetheart?
No, God, no. She made more than him at that time. Do you remember when, like in the 90s and the early 2000s, that you'd see like a pretty boy and for some reason you had to be this macho asshole, like,
Yeah.
you know. So I remember thinking, Ben Affleck, I thought like, oh God, all the girls like Ben Affleck, he's so stupid. Oh, he does stupid movies. He does the stupid love stories and stuff like that. He went on Howard Stern and Howard drilled him. Like what crazy, like intense question. And you know what he did, man? He handled like a man. He was joking. He went back and forth. And
He's
I remember
underrated.
he hung that phone up and I go, this guy's awesome. He changed my entire
He's
mindset.
underrated.
About that.
He
Yeah.
gets a bad rap, and I don't know why. I actually really like Ben Affleck.
Well, his acting was really shitty for a couple of
Not-
movies. Like Pearl Harbor.
For a
was
couple of movies,
horrible.
but he's great. Good Will Hunting is great.
Yeah, but
Geely was
Matt-
amazing.
Matt
No, I'm
Damon-
kidding.
listen.
Do you remember Geely?
yeah, that's where they met. Ugh, there's such badness there. You know what I mean?
Geely.
Listen, like, all right, Ben Affleck was good in Good Will Hunting, but this wasn't like Matt Damon was the draw, and he did a star like
I liked them both equally.
stellar performance.
I liked
right?
them both
Well,
equally.
yeah, but because he was likable.
Yes.
But if we're talking about like performances, you get what I'm saying?
He was
Does
good.
that make sense?
They were cones.
They were cones.
He was good in that, man. I can't help it. I like it.
They were cones.
He was good, bro. He was good.
Dude, what is that from? Why do I know
That's
that?
from The Wedding Singer. When he's driving the limo to audition.
Yeah.
He's like, those could have been guests at our
Yeah,
wedding.
those could have been guests at a wedding.
They were cones. It's my favorite lines. All right.
Oh my God, that's so
What do you
funny.
say we wrap this one up short? You got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna give this one a test drive here.
Can you imagine when we're making great money from this and we cut our content short because I go, listen, guys, I gotta go to the gym.
Entertain yourselves.
Yeah, entertain yourselves, huh?
All right. Do you want me to do the take us out, or do you have anything else? I don't want to cut you off.
No, you know what, guys? We love you.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
How's that? All right.
Well,
Always remember, have your conversations, not their conversations. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your community again. Let's be people. Till next time, God bless. Peace.